Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got a question. I was just going through my email and I got this question. I figured I'd do a video on this topic since I haven't really talked about this too much before. But basically, I got a question about certain types of interview questions and what kind of interview questions you should focus on. And I haven't really talked about this that much, but I think there's basically three types of interview questions that you need to know to pass a software development interview or a programmer interview in general, right? And so I'm not going to go into details on exactly what these questions are, but I want to talk about the types so you know what kind of types to study and so that you're a little bit prepared for what you can expect. So the first type of question are the questions that basically could be Googled that are sort of, textbook type of answer questions, right? So it depends on, this is going to be the domain expertise, whatever your particular programming language or technology is. It might be things like, what is an interface in C#, or what keyword in Java does this, or any kind of question that's going to be technical that might be something that you could Google the answer to. That might be a one-word answer even. That's you either know this or you don't know this, right? And so there's going to be a lot of those type of questions. And then another type of question that you would probably expect to have is algorithm type questions. And I've talked about this quite a few times. I did a video on would you do my homework for me? You can catch it here. And basically, these are the kind of questions that are things around, solving a problem, doing it possibly on a whiteboard, right? And coming up with an answer, an algorithm, writing some code. They're going to be things that involve data structures and algorithms. So you want to study data structures and algorithms. You want to get good at solving problems. I've got a couple of articles, blog posts on that. You can find it at simpleprogrammer.com. If you look for solving problems or top coder, there's some posts that I've done on that. I also did a Pluralsight course on job interviews, and that has some step-by-step walkthroughs of doing these types of algorithm problems. So you can check that out here. So then the third type of question that you're likely to get in an interview would be questions that are basically personal or experience or history questions or situational questions. These are the non-technical questions, or maybe they could also be high. This would probably, I'd encompass some of the higher level architectural type of questions, patterns, describing things, how you would solve a problem. These are more of the open-ended type of questions that you can't entirely prepare for, but you should expect, right? You should. So that's it. I mean, those are really the three types of things that you're likely to face, and it depends on where you interview on which one's going to be relied on the most. I find that most like technical places that you would work, an average kind of job, that you're going to find that the first category of questions where they're just going to ask you a bunch of facts about programming language, about a platform or technology, right? And sometimes that's not the best approach. Places like Google, Microsoft, Apple, you interview there, you're going to get the algorithm questions. I guarantee you, you're going to be doing whiteboard exercises where you're going to be programming or writing code for them. And those tend to be tough. So you have to study specifically for those interviews. There's a good book called Cracking the Coding Interview that talks about this. I also wrote a post about that as well, which you can find on simpleprogrammer.com. But that's what you could expect there. And then, you're going to get a mix of the third type of questions wherever you go. So you should expect those. Anyway, I hope you find that useful. If you have some specific questions about interviews, I'd like to know what you'd like to know, and so I could help you better prepare for job interviews. So just leave a comment below and give me some ideas, or email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com if you have a question for me and you'd like me to answer it here. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care.